Well, I'm in my mum's house just a week or two before she moves, and I'm already tearing up. It's not empty yet, but I lived here from 1986 until I'm not sure when, but I lived here nearly 20 years, I think. And it's very emotional that my mum is leaving this house, and she's leaving a lot of dogs buried in the garden. I don't know how many there are, probably about 8 or 9. Can't dig them up and take them, can we? But we're taking the little headstones. So this is the kitchen as it stands a couple of weeks before, hopefully, the move. I think my mum's packed a lot of stuff. Oh, I was going to say, she hasn't. Thought these cupboards would be empty. Oh, they're not. Oh well, I don't know why she's got all that. Oh, that could be my brother. My brother's here. That could be his stuff. Ah, well, some cupboards are empty. Ah, yes. Some cupboards are bare. Well, that's probably got stuff in, dog stuff. So, out of the kitchen, my mum's taking the washer dryer. The dishwasher's staying, as is her Creeder / Hotpoint cooker. The fridge freezer's coming. This is a Braun multi-practic food processor. Used to be white, it's yellowed a bit. I bought my mum that, I'm pretty sure I bought my mum that sometime in the 80s. Still works. It's got an ever-ready plug on it. Yes, she hasn't emptied out everything yet. So we've got Daisy here, and that's little Molly, who's crippled. Bless her. She's not my mum's dog, but she might as well be. It's been a bit of a dirt. I'll be shampooing all the carpets when it's empty, if I have time. Everything in this house I've done. You know, I laid this floor. I don't know how many times I painted the inside and outside of this sunroom. We had this put up. This has lasted pretty well. We had this put up when we first moved in 86. In 86, when we moved in, there was a lawn. And we used to have a greenhouse over there as well. And there used to be a weeping willow tree somewhere. And in that corner we had the Hoover computer control sensor dryer. So I've decorated every room in this house. I decorated all this, assembled all this furniture. That TV unit I assembled. This used to be a really monstrosity of a fireplace. It was a stone thing, and it had a faux chimney thing that went up, and it was replaced by that. There's meals. So it's looking a mess. It's looking very grubby. As a house will look grubby when all the pictures are down. And the lights have been taken down because my mum wants those, and I think it's my brother that's put the single bulbs. I did that when we moved. I had some nice lights I didn't want to leave, so we just replaced them with those paper shades. So yeah, I put that blind up. I didn't do anything much in the bathroom. I've decorated it from time to time, and I did those lights. I put those lights in, and I didn't have much to do with this bedroom because I'd moved out when my mum. This used to be my dad's bedroom. When he got too ill, he couldn't go upstairs, and this is the room. Oh, this is the room. where I last saw my dad before he died. He didn't die here, but I went to work and I came in and said goodbye, and he just said, look after your mum. He knew he was going to die. He knew. He had his funeral all planned. My godfather, who I'm named after, Roger, is also a vicar, and he came up a couple of weeks before my dad died and arranged the service, and he even had me get the bits of music he wanted, and I copied them onto a tape, I think it was then. But my dad is always with me anyway. I'm closer to him, it's silly. I'm closer to my dad now than I was when he was alive. I understand him better. I'm so like him in many ways. It's probably why we didn't get on. I'm going to be in absolute bits when I finally leave this house. This used to be the Hoover cupboard. Oh, that light. Oh, there it is. It turned into a little built-in wardrobe for my mum, and now this is the Hoover cupboard. Still a lot to do. I think I assembled all this furniture. I can't remember. This used to be upstairs. And this is obviously she's taking the light that was in here because that's being replaced by a doodah. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? This is my old bedroom. Oh dear. I know, it's ridiculous. I know it's only a house, but I'd had all this. I grieved for this house when I moved out. When I first moved out, it was very difficult. Because when I moved out, I also left my dog Lucy. She was a black and tan dachshund like Daisy. And I had a quite large redundancy payment, and basically I blew most of it just to try and spend myself out of misery, which doesn't work. That's my stuff. That Playmobil's still here. I've still got stuff here. I'll be sleeping in that bed tonight. That bed's coming with us anyway. I don't think this old wicker thing, I don't think my mum's keeping that. That's quite old. That was from where I used to work. Inside Story, that came from. That became Littlewoods. It's dark in here. This is where my brother is. I don't know why he always insists on keeping the curtains drawn. He's a bit weird. Oh no, he might see this. No, he's not weird at all. Anyway, my mum's keeping the bits of furniture in here because she's got, well, I don't know where it's going. It'll probably go in the double bedroom, creaky floors. But there's still stuff of mine in the loft areas that I need to look at. Oh, good. At least I can get in there. Oops, going out of focus. There's stuff of mine in there as well, I think. Oh, she's emptied this out. She has done a bit. But I'm glad that I've got lots of video of this house. I haven't uploaded loads of this house yet. I will probably upload older videos of mine. But yeah, I've done tours of this house from the sort of 87, 86, 87, and how it changed, how fashions changed. You know, if I show it to my mum now, she'd think, oh, how could we have had that, you know, things change, don't they? It's something that you like one season, or one sort of what's in. I'm inside one of the loft areas at my mum's house. Now, she lived, well, she still lives in a dormer bungalow, so there isn't a full loft. There are five loft spaces, I suppose. So this is the largest area behind her bedroom and over the kitchen, and then there's another area at the front of the house in my mum's bedroom, and then two further areas, and then there's a top loft. Now, every inch of space I used when I lived here for my vacuums, and when I didn't live here also, it stored some of my vacuums and other collectible stuff. And so I did everything in here to try and make it better to store stuff. So this is sort of insulation I put up, and behind that is sort of the fiberglass insulation, and it was mainly to try and keep it cooler because it got hot, of course. This is south facing, this part of the loft, so it got very hot in here. So this was to try and keep it cooler, because you don't want to be storing things in extreme heat or cold. And this I did years ago when we first moved in. I sort of made a makeshift sort of insulation for the wall with this matting that must have been in the house when we moved in. And this carpet was some next door neighbour who has sadly just recently died. She was in her 90s though, but she lived here when we first moved in 86. She was next door, and she's lived there as long as my mum. So it's end of an era. She's died next door, and my mum's leaving this house. So this is her old carpet when she had the new carpet fitted. I got bits of her offcuts. So, yeah, this housed a lot of vacuums, and just beyond that wall there was another loft space that initially was closed off. There was like built-in cupboards, but I, needing more space, took the backs off the cupboards and extended into the back there. That was full of vacuums. Deary me. There's been a lot of vacuums in this place. So I've just emptied it now. There was a few bits in here, not mine, but some stuff from my mum's. She won't be able to crawl in here to get to them, so I've had to. So goodbye to this loft space, and hello to a new loft space, hopefully, that will be a bit more practical. It's a proper loft. I haven't seen it, but I'll be having use of it. And through here is a built-in wardrobe and my mum's, what was her bedroom. So goodbye. I probably will video this again on moving day, but anyway, I thought while I've got the house to myself, it'll be nice for me to look back on and remember. Well, while I'm here, I might as well go in the other loft area in this bedroom, which is through the hatch there. This is everything I've just taken out of the loft. It's all textiles of my mum's that she needs to have another look at to see if she really wants to have it. She's probably forgotten about it, actually. So this is the other space. This always stayed cooler at the front of the house. I put some lights in, which we'll be hopefully be able to see when they come on. In fact, I might take those. Oh no, I'll leave these. I have taken some lights down because I want some lights for the. Excuse me, you're going to see a bit of old carpet. Oh, it's crawling in. This is a good job I'm not very big. Oh, right, that rug is a family heirloom, so that's not staying here. I'll probably have that in the new loft area, and this is what was very fashionable in the 70s. This is called a ready-cut rug, and you used to make it yourself. My mum and dad made this rug. You used to buy a kit. I don't know how it worked, but this is very old. This is probably older than me, actually. I do remember having this rug where we used to live in Cherry Burton. But yeah, it was some sort of a kit. It's a bit worse for wear. I don't think I've ever shampooed it ever, so I'm going to probably give it a shampoo. So even though it's a bit a bit tatty and very old-fashioned. It's sentimental. There's a bit of an off-cut of carpet there, which I'll take, because I don't know what the new loft is going to be like, and I'll want to have some carpet down, you know, in the areas where I'm walking, just to make it a bit more comfortable. Central heating pipes there. Look. Through that space is another loft area, about the same size as this, but it's accessed in through my old bedroom. I put these lights up. I pinched them, well, I acquired them from work. When I used to work at Littlewoods, they expanded a bit into the next door shop, and these were in a shop called Austin Reed. These were part of their fittings, so I had them because they would only go to waste. So I took quite a few of those, and all the loft areas did have these lights up. Not all of them, no, some of them. But I might as well leave. This is all properly wired in. I can't believe I wired it in properly. Most of them I had to plug them in, you know, when I wanted to turn the light on. I had to plug sort of doodah, but I must have wired this in properly, because I put an actual switch. Ooh. And there's other bits of carpet. There's loads of carpet. Oh, it's all reminiscent. This, crikey. Oh, I just found I might take a bit of it. Oh, Roger, don't get sentimental over a carpet. This is a wool loop pile carpet that was in the living room when we moved in. It's got loads of dog pee stains on it. Wool holds on to stains, you know. So that was in the living room. And then the carpet underneath me here, this bit of nylon loop, we had that in the sunroom. Not very practical to have a carpet in there. Again, it got peed on. But yeah, and there's the shower pump for the bathroom that's just below me. I'm just over the bathroom, and that's the shower pump that's had to be replaced probably 2 or maybe 3 times in the lifetime of the power shower. So that's this area. So all I need to do in here is take the rugs and that bit of carpet out. I'm going to leave them these bits of carpet though. There's no point in taking those. And that comes out into the bedroom. Crawling out. Oh, it's dark because, say, the curtains are drawn. Oh. So it's like Narnia. My mum used to have all her coats and things hung up there, so you used to have to sort of crawl through into the land of Narnia, or in my case, the land of Hoovers.